What's the deal? We're back again with another episode of the Visual Prowess Podcast. Today we're gonna start it off a little different. I want to start off by giving a moment of silence to the brother who was killed from police brutality in Memphis by the name of Tyre Nichols. All right, appreciate it. We're gonna kick it off today, mentioning of the little incident that went on today. Episode about
Class,
classism versus
classism.
racism. I'm gonna go around the table and get everybody perspective on that. Do you think most things revolve around classism or racism?
Me personally, I think it's a fine line in between the two. You really can't have one without the other. I think, because in a way, it's as the levels you go up, it's like a it's like a coin. It's two sides of it. So as higher you get up inside of something, is they place a stigma or stereotype inside of what you are trying to accomplish, um, what you're trying to homes, insurance, jobs. It's just as higher you get up, you end up facing that dealing with the classes, and you experience certain depths of racism.
What do you think, Miss Terry?
I'm gonna go ahead and stick with his answer. I'm gonna steal his
You
answer
like
too.
you
Yeah,
like
I'm with
like what he said?
yeah. I'm with him.
What you think, Mr. Clee?
Off top, I'm kind of hungover, so I'm just letting y'all know I might definitely not be as sharp today. Um, got a mild headache. That's why I'm drinking this big old water over here. But as far as I believe it's more of a classism thing, and racism is kind of just the tool. It's kind of just a tool. It's the flashy thing. That's what they dangle in front of us. Like, look here, this is racism. Now watch you react and watch me do something else over here. So I think, far as like the definitions, I just pull up the definitions of them both.
I got him over here.
So classism, prejudice against or in favor of people belonging to a particular social class. So that's pretty much the overall picture far as how everything is ran. And that's how everything is ran in each country. It's not just out here, it's every country. Even in Africa. If your bloodline isn't a strong bloodline, a bloodline of strong heritage, then you looked at as a lower class. So in that aspect, if it goes all the way to the people of color, then it's not racism. So that that's how they determine who got sold as slaves, what class you was in. So we all like to believe we all kings and queens that's over here, but the kings and queens are still over there because they didn't get on that boat. They was in a different class.
So they was never sold.
They wasn't sold.
Yeah.
The kings and queens and the people of mass importance, they wasn't sold. The people that got sold, they didn't have enough resources for as you had a smaller village. You didn't really have I guess we would call it an army here. You didn't have protection that could fight back. You was too small. You didn't have enough resources. You didn't have enough money, gold. You was of the they would call peasantry. You was of the lower class. That's why it was so easy to conquer you.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that has high class that's hard to conquer, nobody want to work that hard. So they leave them people alone. So fast forward until today's time, I understand the racism and why we use the racism, but I think we're solely dependent upon that word, and we should be past the point where certain words automatically trick us because it don't matter how many people come across that border. You can call them all kind of whatever. You want to call them wetback, if you want to call them whatever you want to call them. They don't react the way we react. You can call them peckerwood, redneck, cracker, they don't react the way we act. So you can make fun of the Chinese and all that. None of them people react to racial slurs the way we do. Because in the Western world, the way that they framed us, we are the peasants. Because peasants in a low class behave a certain way.
Mhm.
So that's that was a long-winded, but I'm gonna go with classism.
Yeah, and I'm right there. I look at it like it's selective to go off your point. Like when it comes to us and racism being used against certain situations being used against us, like not being able to get certain jobs, we pull racism. But when it comes to the Chinese people, each one of y'all tell me why we skeptical of eating their food.
Because it's dogs and cats.
They always say it's random
But
ass
they have
rats
to
and
they
all that
have
kind
they
of
have to accept that.
They have to accept
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's not racism when we do that.
Yeah.
But when it's against us,
But we still go by it. That's crazy.
you know what I'm saying? Another thing too, when it come to dealing with certain white people, we put them in the same boat as their ancestors. Same shit. Before we screen them like they screen us. But when it's happening to us, that's when racism is pulled. But it's mostly pulled by the black community who don't want to build their own table. Because when you build your own table, you put yourself in those classes of people. We'll never be white. We'll never be Asian. We'll never be Hispanic. But when you build your own table, you're setting yourself up for success to be in front of these people. The classism, because it's about money.
That's all it's about.
It's about money.
It's about the bread.
When the slaves was over there getting sold, they had the least of resources. The kings and queens probably was the ones doing the selling.
Definitely was.
You know what I'm saying? So once we get to a point, because racism, it do live, I do agree, but it's like, it shouldn't be the focus. We should be the focus, building our own tables. You know what I'm saying? Instead of having to prove ourselves to another table. Because once we got the resources, you get what I'm saying? They gonna take heed and they gonna, okay, y'all can come over here. Well, nah, it ain't a come over here thing. We could do something together, but we don't need to be over there. That's the whole thing we miss with the whole racism idea is only a thing when we're affected by it. But I know even for me, when I play around, when I'm driving and a white guy pull me over, I give him a racist white name. I see it like just use a
What kind of name you?
just like if he white guy, I just say Tom, but
Brad.
it's not right, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
that's
just like if they hit us with, okay, Tyrone,
Okay,
now we
yeah,
want to fight.
yeah.
We want to fight.
we
We call
wanna
him
fight.
Tyrone.
This man I didn't call him Tom. That ain't his damn name.
Yeah.
That man's
but
named Steven like a motherfucker. You can call him Tom.
Brandon.
He got to accept.
And he don't even know he don't get the joke. I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't think he would get it
because they don't cling to it like we do.
Mm-hmm.
Man, dude call me Tyrone or tell me I eat watermelon. I'm ready to man, what? You know what I'm saying? Or
If they even call you boy, yeah. If they even call you
girl,
boy,
I'm like it happened to me the other day at work. I had to catch myself because I feel like I'm elevating certain things. I can't let bother me. And this older guy looked like he was back there in them times, and he said, "How you doing, boy?" And me,
that set you off.
it didn't, because I'm growing. It's like, bro, that don't define me.
Okay,
That's how you seen. But before, I was the community that didn't want to build my own table. But I'm into the tribe shit, trying to build with these brothers. So certain things don't affect me like before, because I know what it's about now. Like Clee say, once you understand how the world moves, that's when you start being successful. That's when you start elevating. When you know you've been lied to.
Yeah, but to understand how the world moves, you have to understand that there's more than one way to look at things.
Exactly.
And that's the problem, is that
too biased.
A lot of people in our community don't want to look at things differently. They only want to say, well, this is definitely racism, or no, that's exactly why I didn't get the job, because I'm black. Well, it really may not be the reason why you didn't get the job. I understand it happens a lot, but the problem is that we don't want to think outside of that little box we were given. We don't want to expand our mind. We don't want to think further into things. We just want to be able to say, this is it. That's it. I'm putting my finger on it right there. That's it.
I think due to our experiences of where we come from, You know,
who experiences specifically?
Our experiences as like being economical outcasts.
Okay, so when you saying our experiences, what you talking about? The whole generation or our generation? Which generation?
I can say for since we live in the present time, so I'm gonna use our generation. Okay. Because what happened in the past echoes into the future. So in a way, it's still like at one point it was primitive, to where now it has innovated inside of certain classisms and things like that. So the point I was trying to make is that how through those experiences and we being chastised a certain type of way, because everybody know our struggle, everybody know where we come from, everybody know our history. So if you call me a boy, or if I call this other person up outside their name, they probably don't feel affected by it because you ain't going through what I done been through. You ain't like, and that's historically, you know, even though everybody have they times of they went through certain things of slavery and prejudice and things like that. But we top tier to it all, you know. So of course this person not going to be affected by it because you get all the grants, all the loans, you get all this coming your way. You know what I mean? And then on the point that I wanted to make too about the racism and the classism thing, as I mentioned before, I had talked to my insurance broker. Well, I had got acquainted with him, and we in the YEL Young Emerging Leaders Chamber of Commerce, and he offered me some insurance. So I'm like, well, yeah, everybody need insurance. So I think, and I applied for $1 million life insurance policy. I couldn't get it. Why? Because I'm a felon. Because I'm a felon and I'm still on parole. Okay. So how do you label that? You know, it's not like to where, all right, if something happened and I go back to prison, you know, so I have to pay this every month. So it's not like I'm going to run off with it, you know, because I'm not there to pay it no more, you know, and they looking for me to pay this policy. You know what I mean? So if I'm in prison, I understand, you know, if I can still pay on it, why it would be at a high risk, you know, because I'm really gambling with the state money, the governmental money, and stuff like this. But everything is on me. And I'm trying to leave my kids something behind. I don't want them with 30,000, 50,000 and stuff like that, as we talked the other day on how stuff is just getting higher and higher and higher and higher. And by the time
minimum wage at some point minimum wage is gonna be 50,000 a year.
Right.
So that's just what it is. But as far as your story, like, and people don't understand, this is the reason why it's quote unquote illegal for government to intervene with private business, because the private business want to make their policy the way that they want to make them. What you experience, just playing devil's advocate, looking at it from the perspective of business, right?
Right.
By you being a felon and on probation, that's more classism. Matter of fact, it's exactly classism. Because, like I said, when we speak about classes, the upper echelon people don't like to deal with peasantry. You going to jail is peasantry. You having it on you is peasantry. That those are the actions of the lower class people. So, being black on top of that, our people put ourselves the way that they frame us. Our people put ourselves in life or death situations on a daily basis. Right. Street beef, whatever. He can sign this policy today, get into a beef tomorrow, and we got and be gone.
And they off that money.
So that's a classism thing, but that goes all the way back into the fact that black people don't really even understand what they support. we support this shit. We really support the classism and the racism. We support it because we give a fuck about the messenger instead of the message. You don't have to like me. But if I didn't just told you some shit that'll change your life, you're not gonna take it because you don't like me? That don't make sense. So the problem is when people trying to tell us something and we don't like them as a person, even though we don't know them, we just don't like them. The mass don't like them, especially with our people. Melanin folks, our skin, everything has its own frequency. As far as fingernails, our skin, everything has frequency. But black people, it's stronger. This is why when they testing, when they're testing vaccines and shit, and they do it on rats, y'all notice it's always white rats,
right?
Because melanin fights off shit that ain't supposed to be there. Mm-hmm. That's why they don't test.
And white is recessive.
It's recessive. It takes whatever.
Right.
That's why they do it in animals, preferably the white ones, because they basically they're already kind of mutant. If you it's a mutation, so it accept it, and we can get data from it. You can't do it with the darker skin. So, but when I back to my point, when we far as our politics, right? Like, Ben, where you went? You went to Edison or Woodrow?
I went to Woodrow. I got kicked out of Edison.
Right, but you went to Edison, right?
Yeah, just for one day.
That's a hell of a kick out. What, 24? Not even 24. 8 hours. You couldn't do.
Not even 8 hours.
You didn't even get the 8 hours.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Did you get your syllabus, your agenda books?
Nah,
I didn't get that.
Man, it popped off right.
You popped off on the bus driver? What happened?
Nah, this was the principal, man.
As soon as you saw him, it was up.
It's the principal. He told me something slick, and me with my wilderness mind state then.
As a teenager, he kicked you out as a teenager. That is crazy.
Okay. He was like, man, I'm not going to tolerate this. This is the. Okay. All right. Okay. So I had to go to Woodrow.
Okay. So Woodrow and Edison is our middle schools down here, right? So you remember the times where the Woodrow students and the Edison students would meet up to fight?
Right.
Or we'd be at Mardi Gras or whatever, and we'd be Woody Wood throwing up 2 W's in our hands and all that, niggas throwing E's and we throwing W's, right?
Right.
But, okay. So even that mindset, so I'm finna connect it, right?
I kind of stayed out of that, though, because that was my partners.
Yeah, but for the most part, we picked a side. It's right, Edison, it's Woody Wood, it's right, that, right?
Right.
So the name of this school is Woodrow Wilson, right? This was a president who was racist, that did not like Martin Luther King. And we are sitting here as kids talking about Woody Wood. Edison, he wasn't a president. He was a quote-unquote inventor of the light bulb. He stole it from a black man. Matter of fact, let me pull it up.
His last name was Lattimore or something.
Lattimore.
Like that. Yeah.
I can't remember his name because I'm drunk. Let me pull it up, man. Somebody save me. Lewis Howard Lattimore. Matter of fact, not only did he really do the light bulb, he actually did the telephone. The only thing that those people, those great inventors invented was the patent. Just take people ideas. But we sitting up here saying Woody Wood and Edison. See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So the classism and the racism is very selective, but we just don't understand where we at on this food chain. We indulge in some of the dumbest shit possible to make it cool.
We hinder ourselves.
So now we can fast forward, everything racist. But you was pumping this because you chose not to understand the information that you're talking about. It's no way possible we supposed to be repping Woody Wood. But and we all had history class. Just out here looking like damn fools, right?
Nobody
pays
attention.
Nobody So now that we're no longer kids and we're adults and we can actually be affected by racism as an adult, now all of a sudden everybody wants to be a Black Panther, but don't nobody want to take the lashes. Don't nobody want to get the shotgun. Is everybody just sitting up here with a demeanor about themselves as if they took them lashes to their back and they got hung and they saw people get hung and they had to do the incest with the bag over their head. We act like we really went through something. We act like we got hit with the fire hose. We got dog sicked on us. That's the way we act. And we don't understand being that blindly passionate about that, you're really plugging in the excuse. You gonna always have an excuse not to be better than what you are. So, like in Ben's story, he's gonna feel like, he probably feel like there's more racism because it's a white system with white workers that has a policy how to discriminate. But as a business side of it, why would we give you $1 million policy?
And we living reckless.
And you already living reckless. So back to the initial point of we choose this. We allow our favorite people to vote for. All people vote. Black people vote Democrat just because we Black. Nobody can't tell us nothing. Woodrow Wilson was a Democrat. When did we start voting for that? So when it comes down to not knowing policies and all that other shit, we really lost. So his situation is going to feel like racism to him because it's all part of the overall system. The system goes back all the way into, it's only like 4 or 5 people who run the world. That's how it goes. So the system is put down and put in place for certain classes to be there. That's why you have poverty, the working class, middle class, so on and so forth. So it's all set up in a situation for class. When it comes down to racism is just a tool to control broke people. Like the white person who thinks he's a white supremacist. You can't be a white supremacist making $30,000 a year. You ain't got enough resources or power to do a damn thing. You're not a white supremacist. You picked your team. That's all it was.
Yeah.
You a peasant too.
I think it's more of a mindset though.
Yeah, but it don't matter what his mindset is.
He can try to do anything.
You ain't shit. That's just what it is. You are a regular white man working a regular 9 to 5 with a regular car and a regular lifestyle.
The only
you ain't supreme to shit.
The only thing I say to that, is if effortlessness there, they'll leave him where he at.
Yeah.
But if that white male applying himself, his people pick him up. That's what we don't do.
That's what they supposed to do.
And that's what we, you know what I'm saying?
That's what they when them people, when
so
them
they can
Asian,
be reaccepted.
When them Asian people come across here, before they get here, they done already network. When they touch down, they got something to do to make some money. We don't even know when the Nigerians get here. They just show up.
And it's a big divide.
Exactly.
It's a big divide. They do not fool with us.
That's why it's like you would never be in a situation to where you will see like a billionaire talking to people that live in a trailer park. At some point, he does have that open door to where he can talk to that billionaire, but he has to go from
and get it.
He has to keep elevating his class to have that conversation. Us, we get our money to shit on each other. We need to let you know that, hey, I got this, peasant. That's what you are. You're beneath me. That's how we operate. But then we all talking about generational wealth, and you don't even know how to vote. People can tell you who they voted for the last 8 years, but they can't tell you one policy that these people done. You don't even know how to vote. Older black people used to say, it's better to not vote than to vote for something you don't even know what you're voting for. Just don't vote. Black people has been having the power to sit on their vote since they assassinated Martin Luther King. Yeah. So how do the Democrats assassinate Martin Luther King and then get our vote from that day forward? How do we vote for the ops?
We hate them on the street.
Because they're not our ops.
How they not our ops? They killed your leader.
They were the ops back then. They're not the ops
anymore. When that changed?
That's the age-old question.
Yeah. When did it change?
When did it change?
I don't know.
Because I specifically remember
we ain't bumping shoulders with our ops on the street.
No,
look like
we're not. It's always on site.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
you gotta get it.
Because Bill, the honorary first black president,
invited to the picnic.
Yeah, I mean, he sent you to jail for 3 strike shit. That was Bill.
Mm-hmm. He the one started that.
He started
Everybody
that.
praised
and
him.
guess who signed off on it? Joseph Biden.
Because you got to
So you voted for the man after they. We like to use this excuse. After they took the men out the houses and put them in jails, that's the one we saying he's a Hall of Fame black guy. That's who we vote for because he got some head and smoked some weed.
That's what I was finna say.
That's all it took.
That's the shit that's appealing to us, the shiny shit.
Yeah, I was just finna say
the peasantry.
He player.
That boy got his
up.
That boy got it. But now
for him.
Fast forward though. Fast forward to 2020. Me Too would have been on Bill ass. It would have been a whole lot of Me Too moments and feminists and all kind of shit. But back then, oh man, he black, man. That's Bill, boy. Big Bill.
Yeah. Man, he really, he's a black guy.
So it's like, how can you really take us that seriously? How? We can fast forward to the real black president. We can go to Obama. Obama, no.
You better not go against him, boy.
It's whatever.
They hate it.
Look here.
They hate it.
When it comes to Obama, the average black man makes roughly $38,000 to $40,000 a year. The average black man. The average black man does not even have enough money to get insurance unless it's free. What did he do? If you don't have insurance, you have to pay a fine when it comes to income tax. But he's the best black president we had. How?
Because he also came up with Obamacare.
Who got it?
Hey, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. He gave the option. I'm just telling you.
Do you know how much Obamacare was?
Yes, because I had to look it up at one point because I didn't want to pay. I was going to be paying at least $200. I couldn't afford $200 some for some health insurance. So guess what? I went without it.
And paid the fine.
And I paid the fine. Yeah, I did.
What's the fine? How much?
I don't know because I only paid for like half a year.
I think they snatched. I think it's like a $500 fine or something like that. They snatched a pretty penny out your income tax for not having insurance.
Mm-hmm. Which is crazy because why do you care if I have insurance? I just don't understand that.
Shit, we voted for him twice.
Not me.
I'm just saying the community.
You had to make that.
Oh yeah, I gave him the one just because he was black. I was just
giving him the two.
But I can't vote, so.
But I paid attention. As I say, I gave you the we gonna make history. First vote, but then I paid attention to
naive.
And in them first 4 years, nothing. All them people died. The Breonna Taylors and everything. Everybody was riding for. All that was under Obama watch. All of it. Look it up.
Breonna Taylor was
not under.
No, not Breonna.
Sandra Bland.
Yes, okay. Sandra Bland. When there was mass police killing, all that was under Obama, man.
Most of them, a whole lot of them.
If we go from when it started to now, 98% was under Obama and Biden. Was there a law passed? But Trump say the Kung flu. Now we got a Chinese hate bill for the Kung flu. Not the death of the black people. Name calling. You ever been called a nigga? Like, see what I'm saying? But guess what we gonna do? We gonna go back and vote for them same fucking people. You know why? Because we black. That's what we do. We want generational wealth, But we want to vote for niggas that want to take 40% of capital gains.
There's a lot of people don't know what that is.
Generational wealth.
They know what that is.
Yeah, let's sum it up. I'm gonna sum it up like that. Generational wealth.
40%
That's what it
of your
is.
generational wealth.
It's more so people be captivated by the propaganda that's put out there. As winning over the Black caucus. Hillary Clinton going holler at Beyonce and different things like that to get a person
Why is Beyonce talking to her?
The same reason Cardi B is talking to her.
That's what I'm saying. No, but same thing with Cardi. She sits up there and she endorsed Bernie Sanders, and then fast forward, you complaining about why you paying so much in taxes. You voted for this. Like, what is there not to understand? We over here voting for mascots.
Really?
Why the fuck would you be talking to a white Democratic politician? And let's go for the Beyoncés, the Cardi B's, the Charlemagne's, all that. Y'all keep on putting these people in front of us knowing they doing nothing. And y'all not even calling them out on it. Like, this is why black people that's up there, the Beyoncés, the Jay-Z's, the people with the money, them people can't lead no revolution. They can't help us with nothing. They got too much to lose.
That's why I like Charleston White.
Because they they also the peasants. They the peasants of the billionaires. The black ones. Like, them people don't come out here and do all that, man. Like, how do you get to a point where LeBron can't save nobody? I don't give a damn what LeBron say. Because for one, that $100 million house got some taxes on it. You gonna risk? That's why.
And when it's time to talk,
you can only say so much. Mm-hmm. But that's why what Kanye did should be heavily respected. I'm willing to lose it all for what I believe in. And everybody laughing. I'm talking to people who's old enough to really been through some racist situations, but they're laughing. Hey man, Kanye gonna be broke asking for money.
But you know why though? Because he's singled out. Same thing with Kyrie Irving. When you stand alone, it's easier for everybody.
Yeah, but everybody was on that train. Everybody was on that train, man. I talk to these people every day, man. Every time something happens, they want to talk to me about it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But I'm like, man, you see how they doing Kyrie? And then I was like, well, why you didn't feel like that a week ago with Kanye? It's the same thing. No, I'm not. It's the same exact thing. Like,
one raps, one play basketball.
Because they like Kyrie. They like the basketball. Like Kanye was easily
college dropout.
Like they didn't care about that. They did not care about that.
That's the thing. See,
we all
said Kanye slowly lost his mind, and that was it.
Since his mom,
you know who else they said lost their mind right before he died? Michael Jackson. And guess what? It was over pills, medication. He died. Guess who else they say lost their mind before he died off medication? Prince. Guess what they had Kanye West on for the longest, saying he was crazy? Medication. I gotta watch what I say. Because I was fit to not give no fucks and was trying to let some shit out my mouth. But this ain't episode 12. We can't get canceled yet.
How many we got, bud?
I don't know. We got 7 to the good.
Yeah.
So we gotta put a few more before we.
But it was a it was a video that I found that they actually have somebody from Canada to manage Kanye. And in the messages, you can see the message between the man and Kanye. The man told he's a scientist in medicine or whatever, but he's there to watch Kanye. He told Kanye, basically, watch what you say and get yourself back together before I have you committed again. That's a threat.
Yeah, I seen that on Instagram.
You know what I'm saying? That's a threat. I will have you committed again. Nothing ain't got to be wrong with you, but I got the power to have you committed. And then what else do? You need to really push Kanye over the edge so he can crash out himself. So what do? You talk to his woman. You make his woman help you too. Take his kids. The average man would have crashed all the way out with all that stacked
Especially
against him.
behind them kids.
Exactly.
Kim ain't worth a damn.
So it's like
She ain't.
You know,
Kanye for president.
Yeah, Kim ain't worth a damn. She be.
I don't know, man. I don't
like, and that's the problem too.
I just think
people frown against Kanye, but Kim had like a National Black Woman Day. Nobody said nothing.
because she's the blackest woman.
I didn't hear that.
She was on the cover of a magazine.
Kim is the blackest woman in America.
Like Vogue. She had a national.
Think about it, bro. Think about it.
She was channeling her inner black woman. It was on the cover of the magazine.
She is the blackest woman in America.
But nobody said.
Why you say that, Cliff?
Why I say that?
Yeah, why you say that?
Who started who made it very popular to get your ass done? Now what are natural black women doing?
Same thing.
Getting their ass done. Who the little one with the small fucking bologna slices lips? When she fooled them lips up, the little sister.
Oh, Kylie.
Yeah. Baby, wasn't it a challenge?
Kylie Jenner challenge.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
It was, yeah.
The Kardashians are the blackest women in America because they set our trends for
They
our
set
women.
the standard, man.
They set the standard. They're just albino. That's all it is. Think about it, bro. Think about it.
It's been clean, man.
Think about it.
I tell you, we all should have a problem with this.
Think about it.
Oh, man.
Think about
I
it.
get you. I'm with you. Because you're right. They have set a lot of the trends for our culture, but
Bro, look at it. We had
they ain't black women.
we had skinny Rihanna, right? Black women didn't say we finna get that skinny Rihanna shape.
Right.
Then we had thick Rihanna. They didn't even say we finna get together to get that. But when Kim Kardashian got that ass fat, we about to go get some ass.
Line up.
Come on, dog.
Yeah, I can see why they ain't want to be skinny or thick, Rihanna. Nobody want to
Okay,
work
but-
out for that body.
They done hustled up $10,000.
Yeah, they get the money.
Ooh.
How much is a personal trainer? Probably less
Like
than
$40 a month, maybe.
But you
Probably
gotta
less
work.
than 10. Probably less than 10,000.
But you got to work.
But you poor.
You got to work.
You in poverty.
I get it.
But
And
how
you
you
got
gonna pay for an ass
$10,000.
if you
But
broke?
that's
To
what
put
I'm
it up in
saying.
your
They
ass.
can afford that,
How?
but they got to work. They
okay,
getting it.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
All
Like
you
they
gotta do is
getting
lay
it.
there.
$10,000 to make your stomach flat.
It don't
Make your
require
stomach
no
flat.
effort. So they
That's
looking
right.
at it like, if I got these 10 bands that they don't have, I get my ass done. Versus me going in this gym 365 days, putting the work in with a Oh, that's too expensive.
First of all, I
Well,
would
niggas
just
don't
like
work
to
every
say
day. Nobody works
that y'all
every
like
day.
ass, so of course we were gonna get it done because men like that.
We like our hoes to have ass.
Not our woman.
Our woman, our wife, we don't care if she got a big
My
booty.
wife
or
better
not.
not ever tell me she won't go get no ass.
Staying
What, you
on it.
tripping?
Staying on it.
She
Staying
don't,
on
she
it.
don't put
But
on makeup.
you gonna be okay with your wife saying, "I want to go work out 5 days a week
Most
with a personal
definitely.
trainer to get herself right,"
Most
but she
definitely.
cannot go pay for
No.
an ass and a flat stomach.
Mm-mm.
Why?
No, because it's no gratitude. You don't appreciate it.
Mm.
It came too easy. Anything that come overnight, that's overnight. It's too easy. So you're gonna still eat fucked up because it don't change the way you eating. So I feel like,
You'll be happy eating that boudin.
yeah, I feel like if you go put that work in,
Then you
got a greater
With a fat ass.
appreciation
Yeah,
for
with
what
fat
you
ass.
accomplished.
yeah.
Now, if a fat ass don't
Pull up
come
the PJs.
it is what it is.
Hey,
But she just don't approach me,
and
and
shit.
her morals are bigger than that.
The,
so.
Yeah,
the thing,
okay.
but the thing is, why do she need to go get a fat ass if it's not her husband's requirement?
She want a fat ass.
For who? Because it's not for him. He don't want it. It's not a requirement. So you want a fat ass? First of all,
So she got to be
let me-
careful
let
how
me-
she press that agenda.
Yeah.
so
If I say nay and she debate it,
Go on now.
because in my head,
because I don't want to
Even
see it.
even though we,
you know what
know,
I'm saying?
in my head, ain't nobody, man. In my head, man, you ain't paying $10,000 for no ass to be monogamous. Fuck that.
You're not.
That's if I add 5 more inches to this thing. Look, baby, I love you, but they need me.
Yeah, more than
They need me.
It's a show going on,
They need me out there.
and I'm starved.
Yeah.
It's a show.
This thing
They
to
need
my
your
feet.
service, huh?
$10,000.
They
When you
need
got
your
yours up to your
service.
feet.
Come
To
on.
my feet.
$10,000, bro.
Right. I'm with mine to my. They put me out of every establishment. Man, I let me.
You know what I'm saying?
Kick me up out of here. Kick me up out of here.
Boy, it's about to be Eddie Murphy. Spandex. All spandex.
Tight
That's
shit.
it. That's
Going
it.
to Academy, get the
one
extra
suit.
large. No, he can't fit that straight up. Boy, you still
just
got
a whole onesie in there, spandex. What are you talking like, man? It's not a requirement. Like, it's really not a requirement for men, especially if it's like a relationship or marriage. We don't care. Really don't. So y'all not doing this for men. Y'all are doing this to fit in with other women that y'all naturally
are you saying
don't
y'all
like.
As in all women, or y'all
just
as in black
the
women
ones,
in general?
majority.
Because
whoever buying ass.
I'm asking because it seems like when most white women, if they decide they want to get some
and
ass, nobody really says anything about it. But when the black women do it,
you know why?
Why?
You know why?
They jumping on
it.
This is why. White women understand that their man want them to always look good.
But
white women get married way more than black women. They stay in marriages longer.
But why the ass?
Without ass or with ass.
So they getting it for recreational use?
No, it's the image of the man that they're dealing with. If they're with a man, because in that plateau there, that's why you got like what's up, boy, Leonardo DiCaprio. He don't date women over 25 because he likes that look. White women and white men understand what they class is and how they do their business. So we're not talking about all the people. We up here now. Mm-hmm. White women work out, make sure, because they know the way that they age. So they wants to always look good, eye candy wise, for their man. So if he say, hey, I'll pay for this, go get this, they're pretty much go get it. Black women don't really even like us.
Oh, come on.
Why you say that? Why you say that?
Come on.
Why you say that?
Come on. Don't.
Say 5 good things about black men right now.
About black men?
You don't need to think about it. Just say it.
Their skin color.
Their skin color.
Yeah, I love
4 more.
Because I like how
it's the same skin color you got. Why is mine
and
special?
That's what I like about. That's one good thing. You didn't say.
All right, 4 more.
Okay.
Four more.
Go for
all right.
Go for
I feel like black men.
No, don't you? You feel like.
Okay, black
say
men.
4 more
black
good things.
men ride for black women, and that's a good quality. Okay.
They don't.
Yes, they do.
Them people listening to this,
I don't think
they
gonna
side-eyed the shit out of
my
you.
God.
What?
They do. I mean, okay.
They calling us big pussy.
Yes, I know that, but still, black men are always still gonna ride for black women, because if they have to choose between defending a white woman and a black woman, they still gonna defend that black woman.
They gonna object to that too.
Are y'all objecting to it right now?
I'm just letting you know what the matter is.
Are you objecting? Is anybody objecting? It doesn't matter.
I'm just letting you know what it is, bro. Like, when it comes down to this,
I think
this is a whole nother topic.
For me,
but when it comes, since he asked me why I say that, why they don't like us, because y'all don't understand that y'all are sharing the same type of men over and over, and then y'all applying it to everybody because what you wanted didn't work. So, and y'all being ugly. So now you have the women who's, I see the posts all the time. I was on the side of the road and my tire was blue-eyed, and this nigga ain't even helped me change my tire. And, you know, but you have to understand, in mass, y'all are saying ugly things about men. So why would a man see you with a bust tire and be like, I'm going to help her?
Well, then I think we need to have a conversation on why we keep picking the same type of men and why we giving them the things that
because the man you supposed to be with, he ain't dark enough, he not tall enough, we not big enough.
It ain't to his feet.
Why are you burning out on one man?
He don't have no Dior.
Because you want him. Like, we totally off topic, but men gotta understand. Men understand this. I don't qualify for that type of woman. I'm not there yet.
But you gonna say?
Let me talk over here. No, we don't pursue shit we know we don't qualify for.
Oh, not pursuing. Okay, I'm thinking.
Like, we don't do that. Like, that type of man, that type of woman over there. My shit ain't together. Let me get me together, and I double back on her.
She got it together.
Yeah.
A lot of men flee from it.
But when it comes down to women, when a woman is like, oh no, I want this, I'm gonna get it. A year passed. I still want it. I'm gonna get it. 5 years passed. That's what I want. I'm gonna get it. 20 years passed. Now you 40 because you don't want to lower your standards.
40 with 2 cats.
And it's not even lowering your standards. It's putting what you qualify in your mind is putting them in sync. Your mind and what you qualify is not in sync. And that's for men and women. Like if you can't want the baddest bitch on Instagram and get mad when her inbox load up. She fine. That's what's supposed to happen.
That's what's gonna happen. Right?
So let's get back on topic, man. We veered off a little bit. But this racism, classism thing, it's you're gonna have both because you need a tool to work out the mindset of the people. So while we fighting each other, that's why they gonna always make us fight each other. Mm-hmm. Because if we ever don't fight each other, then we're gonna start looking at who's really the problem. Like in reality, like we're going through a whole recession pending depression. Mm-hmm. Why haven't the people came together and exercised our rights to kick the president out? I think it's is it the 25th Amendment?
Mm-hmm. Everybody just talking about it.
Everybody just upset. Everything is so high. Mm-hmm.
Ain't no action.
All you have to do is come together and say, hey, fam, you're not doing a good job. Get up out of here.
Right.
You only need one lawyer to file it. One. I don't even think people know that we can do that. See what I'm saying? But you have a school shooting. We need to remove the Second Amendment. Oh, you know about the amendments then. Mm-hmm. Mm. So what's going to happen when you ain't got no guns and the street people still got guns and they couldn't have?
Nah, for real.
What you going to do? With defund the police, that shit sound good.
Yeah, ain't effective.
Yeah, like, Miss...
They're going to need them.
Miss Edna down the street. She's 70. She in there by herself. Mm-hmm. So what you going to tell her? Somebody run up in her house. You defunded the police. You gonna tell Miss Edna where to go get a Draco from so she can ride down on them niggas?
Bitch, she can't hold that motherfucker. Blow her head through the wall.
But
trying to shoot that boy. Oh, baby, shoot that boy. Won't be planted in the wall when the police
hit that New Orleans bounce in that motherfucker. Hitting that motherfucker.
What were they going on damn Draco?
But we say a whole lot of shit that sound good. A whole lot of shit that sound good. Defund the police. Now, Eric, our problem with our culture is we think everybody gangster. We don't need the police. We'll ride on them niggas ourselves. The niggas y'all getting this information for don't even ride.
You see, this, to your point, I seen some shit the other day with, of course, we dealing with the Memphis issue with the cop. Seen a guy yesterday, he just got out probably like 2 years ago. He shared a little article. That's why I don't trust no cops, black or white, right? And it's like, but you still running the streets. Stupid. You know what I'm saying? You still running the streets. You still trusting your ops to not kill your ass.
Or
you still want to hustle, but because you not in this realm,
bro,
this structure doesn't fit you.
Like, piggyback on what Ben's saying, mm-hmm. That's why I fuck with Charleston White. Because Charleston White is showing you niggas are kids. You just badass children. Y'all want to do everything but scared to go to jail. You don't want to get caught because y'all ain't got fathers in the home. None of these niggas can fight. They gotta have a gun. Without that gun, they pussy.
For real.
And me and Ben around the same track. We were around the same track. You hear me?
Yeah.
And we gonna get active.
Yeah. Don't ain't need no pills.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
You gonna think you got shot.
I'm
gonna put it on you.
I'm gonna put it dead up on you. It's gonna be a one-on-one fight. You gonna think you got jumped. It's like, man, it gotta be a lot of people on you. But see what I'm saying?
Oh, just being out here.
He got something up in his hands.
He got something up in his hands.
He got all his partners.
He just being out here. But that's what
where everybody went.
Everybody went. See, you ain't fighting for. Fuck you in got on brass knuckles. Fuck you hit me with the pistol.
But that's what.
Y'all get this food.
Shit. That's what it is, bro. How you? You supposed to love the police here in the street. That cat and mice game. That's why we play cat and mice, cops and robbers. It was fun to run from them. You supposed to love the police. You supposed to tell them niggas, fuck you, nigga. Get it in blood, nigga. High speed chase. Nigga, you got something to say? I don't talk to you, niggas. You do your job. That ain't what we do. You want to snitch. You want to plead. You want all that. Like, you don't even want to do this for real. You doing this because it's cool to do it. Because the subculture of women is finding this attractive. Like. So, but you really just a badass kid. You not built for this. Is me and Ben know niggas right now to this day around our age or even older that's still moving the same amount of fucking drugs they was as kids. Damn. If you ain't graduated to a key, half a key, go get a job.
Same old QP.
Go get a job, my boy. 2006. That you didn't flip from your fat ass girlfriend, and you ain't even making the proper money because you smoked half up.
Upside down invest.
You trying to be a hustler and you an addict. Man, come on.
Shit, he should be. At this point, as a kid, well, we smoking all the product. Shit work.
Bro, they kids, bro. They make enough money just to get the room, the bottles, get the women to the room, knock them down, re-up, and do it all over again. Do that shit for 40 years.
And make it look good on Instagram and Facebook.
You know what I'm saying?
Put that filter on.
Yeah, get their little knockoff belts and clothes and all that other shit. But, you know, that's what we care about. That's why it's like they are the problem. So when it comes down to it, the media stations, like Democratic news, they have about 7 stations. Republican news have about 2. So the Republicans is still moving under this old way of, you know, we got 2 stations. We just tell them we just tell them, and you know we should be all right. The Democrats understand if I got 7 news stations all saying the same shit, they probably gonna lean more towards us. The problem is we vote Democrat, which has the most news stations. The way that those 7 news stations depict black people is horrible. They only talk about the subculture, which makes everybody think the whole culture is the subculture. So now people are racist towards you and don't even know why because they got misinformation. Mm-hmm. Right. Because I'm feeding you how you should look at black people. Because look at them. They kill themselves, they do this, they kill each other in mass. And look at Chicago. Bro, when did we start hearing about Chicago on the news? Before drill music came out, Chicago drill, when did we ever know how they was killing themselves? Never. That news didn't even travel to Texas. Not everybody. Now magically, Chicago drill rap is a thing. King Von and all them boys. It's so popular. Mm-hmm. Now we know about their news. 4th of July, over 50 people get killed. If I was a white man,
I ain't trying to go to Chicago.
I'm not trying to be around niggas.
Period.
Like they 50?
Yeah. 50.
Bro, 50 shootings.
And probably half was kids.
They all was probably kids.
Like meaning like toddlers, maybe like 9, 10, because a lot of them be getting killed too.
Yeah, bro, it ain't even no respect. We gonna hit the kids, the mama, you can be in the car with your baby. One of them niggas said it on the song.
They don't give a damn.
I hit that nigga while he was in the car with his baby.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, I ain't never been running around in the street. I always been the cat peeping outside the door. Never really jumped out the porch.
Hey,
but some things I do know, certain shit was law,
man.
Like you gotta motherfucker get a pass for certain shit.
No.
Like you with your kids, you with your grandma, you with your mama. At least
that's what
I seen.
When motherfuckers used to say, when motherfuckers started saying, I'm gonna let you make it. That's why. That's where it came from.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you make it. That's it. But when you show Hispanics, Asians, all the white people horror stories that's happening in the subculture, we the peasant class. Because we don't sit up there and say, fam, y'all need to get right, or it's gonna be a civil war. Mm-hmm. We say we just products of our environment. And everything's racist. It's supposed to be. It's fucking supposed to be at that point. Because you know that they're depicting you this way. Our music is this way. Shit. Even our fucking singing is this way now.
Nah, for
you
real.
Sing about the murder.
Nah, for real.
Like
harmonizing
about killing somebody, right?
Ooh, yeah. Get it out.
And
they had that dude Fulio. He had did a remix on that Fantasia. What I see.
I heard it. I heard.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I
heard that shit.
And that
that dude from L.A. too did the Keisha Cole song. I think Crip. I can't think his name, man. What's that boy's name, man?
Your price is way too high. You need him.
O.T. Genesis?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
He remixed that goddamn Keisha Cole song.
Man, that shit crazy.
I have no idea what y'all
saying. They just he say they singing it now.
They singing about murdering you. I think they did a Mariah Carey. It's crazy how they just playing with classic R&B.
Yeah, going to the graveyards and where the guy did it,
laying next to the tombstone.
Disrespectful.
Oh my gosh.
White people see this.
Yeah,
like this is not.
We painting the picture ourselves. They not. We just doing their agenda. The ones that wanted to be the agenda, we fulfill it. They don't have to come destroy.
They have not needed to alter their plan since we got a hold to it. We've been working for them people for free. That's why it's like you're gonna always have racism because there's no self-accountability for your subculture. Your subculture is more popular than your whole culture. Mm-hmm. So when we start talking about men and women dynamics, you have to understand the women that get mad when we speaking about the truth. Like, I don't understand how women are not accepting the answers to a man's test. How are you telling the man his answers for his test that he's giving you is not right? Because
what you mean? What do you mean?
What you mean? What I mean?
Give me an example of what you mean.
The one nobody likes. A man rather his own kids than stepkids. So anybody who has stepkids with another man, they don't like that. They don't like that men are saying it. Mm. So instead of saying, okay, well, why? What is your experience with this to why you don't like it? Nobody's asking it. They're just telling you, no, you should like it this way. And it's like, this is not a battle you can win. So when I explain to a woman that 80% of women are single mothers, she thought that was kind of just, oh man, that number is way too, yeah, like I just pulled it out my ass, and it's like, this shit is this is a statistical fact. You can go census, the CDC, black demographic, you can look this up yourself. So the thing was, basically, who was, in a sense of, I don't know what it was verbatim, but in the sense of who was the, stop allowing men to tell you what are wives, and they wasn't, their mother wasn't wives. Yeah. So it's like, okay, so what you're saying is, a man can't tell you what he prefer his wife to do and not do because his mama wasn't a wife. Yeah. And then women co-sign the shit. And it's like, so we're having and this is not a back and forth. I'm just talking. I don't know how nobody feels on the other side of social media, but I'm not getting mad at nobody in no fucking social media. So it's like, well, I think it's a even thing, and nobody should. And it's like, y'all with this equality shit don't understand how this shit go. A man has to propose to you. So the rebuttal is, right, yeah, but we got to say, yeah. Sing 80% of women are single mothers. It does not behoove you to turn down proposals because you got pride. Because guess what?
You gotta say
the average woman only makes about $34,000 a year. That is not enough money to retire. So you need a man to retire. For the ones who think they got a little bit of money, $75,000 is not enough to retire. But see, the difference is men could live off 40 for the rest of their life. You know why? Because men, by our genetics, we are built to work till we die. I don't need to retire. My job, my programming is to work till I die.
Right.
That's why for the state, they retire and come back and double dip. It's my job to work till I die. But as a woman, would you like to work till you die?
No.
You think you built to work till you die?
I'm not gonna.
Tired of more if she good.
So wouldn't you? So even if you had a man that was 40,000 a year and y'all went through y'all whole life, and let's say he died, wouldn't you like to collect on the policies that would make you live life easier?
Yeah.
Because you don't have enough money, because you don't make enough money. So his death is his last gratitude and love that he can leave you all these policies. This is why these fucking conversations are retarded. How the fuck do you not need a man and you don't have enough money to retire?
They're not thinking that far.
That's why you're lost in this class. That's why we're in this class. You don't think outside of your goddamn self.
Right.
Like, if a motherfucker tell me something about me, even if it's not true, the person I am, I'm still going to think about myself. It's like, what made him? Was this completely bullshit, or was it something about my characteristic to get that about me? So you have to be self-aware, and you can't be biased to your own fucking self. You're not that important, fam. You're not. You are not that fucking special to be sitting around here thinking, oh, because I want it, I'm going to get it. That's how it is. Newsflash, if 80% are single mothers, you haven't got what you want. It hasn't worked. Change it up. Talk to people. That's why it's like, it is pointless to kind of talk to adults. You got to talk to kids. We lost. Some of us are going to win. We going to win at this table. But we going to have to be able to look back at the ones that's not going to get it, shed that one little tear, and then turn our head and walk off. That's just what it is. We're trying to tell you. We're trying to inform you. You don't want to listen. You don't want this shit. Like, think about it, bro. They're not even telling their daughters that this shit don't work. Got 40-year-olds, 50 years old, late 30s. This shit not working. And they got daughters, and they still won't even tell their daughters, hey, even though I don't like the fact that these people saying they don't want no stepkids, baby, you might want to hold off on having kids until we figure out how this works. Because this shit ain't working for us.
Yeah.
That's why I say people they don't love their kids, bro. Like, loving your kids is more than say I love you. If you're not equipping them with the tools, and at this point the tools is the information.
Right.
Like, you just send them to school, they don't teach them how to fucking date.
Think.
Like how to deal with the males and what males want. How you know who to pick? If you already know your cycle was, I got 3 kids. All 3 of my kids are street niggas. I ain't got the desired effect once. When your little girl, bring her, because they allow them to date. So when you bring the boy to your house, you can already look at him and tell what he is. There's no more fathers in the home to be like, I forbid that. That ain't happening. No, we not doing that. So if there's no more fathers in the home to do that, do you really think that the mother is going to give that power to the step parent? To say, nah, that little nigga, man, I seen that little nigga doing hand to hands, bro. She not talking to him. You think he got power to do that as a stepfather? And I'm just telling you, and the real reason, bro, why men don't desire that step parent role like that, because it's not the same like back in the day. Back in the day, you couldn't disrespect your step parent, bro.
You didn't even know he wasn't your biological.
Like my cousin tried it. My cousin tried it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if y'all familiar with The Simpsons, but if you ever seen Bart Simpson get choked, you understand what happened.
And tongue out the mouth.
Tongue out the mouth with two hands. And it was an old school choking, because it was both hands, and then he got his face real close to his face. And I'm just sitting there looking like, don't play with Uncle. That's the kind of guy I was. I didn't need to go through it. If I saw it, I understood what's going on. Because he tried that "you not my daddy" shit. Choke. And guess what? His mama was right on the same page with the nigga that was choking him. See, that man had the support of his wife because he's helping her with these kids. Right. Today,
you better not touch my baby.
Better not choke him like that, huh?
Don't even talk to him rough. Don't even talk to him rough. My son. Don't even talk to him rough. But that's a whole other topic. That's going to be on the value when we do the step parents value thing and kind of break it all the way down. So, but just those actions, even though it seems like we're off topic, those actions are a part of the class. That's peasantry. It's peasantry thinking that the man in the house, whether he's biological or not, is not leading the house. He's not instilling characteristic and discipline into the kids. That's peasantry. That's peasantry when the man is looking out for himself and a woman is only looking out for herself. Or the man is looking out for the woman and the kids, but the woman is looking out for herself. It's peasantry. Stepdaddy season is peasantry. You know why? Because your child is 40 times more likely to go through some type of domestic abuse or sexual abuse from a step parent. But we screaming out, it's stepdaddy season. See, all this shit perfectly fine when we just want what we want.
We ain't thinking about
nobody thinking about the kids. Like, it's all right, that situation didn't work. You gotta find love with somebody. But understand, some things could happen. But you don't care about that. You only care about your individual win. That's peasantry. That's no different than them in the Eastern running through, they got all their kiosks and clothes. That's no different. That's no different from Aladdin running through snatching clothes and hauling ass. It's peasantry. You're broke. And in our culture, we're broke and we're broke-minded. We don't have the rich dad, poor dad. We just poor and poor.
Ain't got the poor dad.
Right.
See what I'm saying? So everybody's selfish. Families ain't families no more. Our class is fucked up. Like, matter of fact, women should be telling they daughters not to really even have kids until they find a husband, because for one, they don't have a support system. You can't go drop your kids to your grandma's house like we could have got dropped off. You know why? Because the grandmas got passports. They going places. They not finna. They
that ass up.
They gonna get grandma got ass now.
Right.
Get that ass.
She don't want her ass to start shaping and looking like an old woman's ass, even though she's an old woman. She got ass now. Everybody want to be Angela Bassett.
Nobody want to put in the work.
Nobody want to put in the work. That woman probably don't even eat meat no more. But we just gonna buy some ass.
I think she is vegan.
See what I'm saying? You gotta eat like you want to live.
I want to be seen.
But that's the peasantry shit. That's why until we get our class together, we always gonna be under this racist umbrella and feeling like that's our kryptonite. That shit ain't our kryptonite. Because you gotta understand, the average fucking white person think they got more power than they do. You just a peasant in your world. Jay-Z is a peasant in a room full of other billionaires. In a room full of white billionaires, Jay-Z is the peasant. He got up there, but he will never be higher than nobody else in that room. He ain't got that type of power. That's how that shit go. So with our class being all like, man, come on, bro. Like, I don't even remember when I heard somebody. When the last time you heard somebody tell a son about, not putting their hands on women?
I tell my son that.
But when you heard it, not when you said it. When have you seen those son father talks?
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? We don't even hear about it. Because those talks used to be in group talks. Like, if a man wanted to start talking to some kids, he finna talk to all the kids. This is a group lesson.
Right.
What's the lessons now? We ain't got none. Like, I've never heard anybody, including myself, nobody ever told me really not to, if a woman say no, don't pursue it. It's always the no means no, but nobody explains why no means no. Nobody explains, if she say no and you do this, you are going to imprison this woman in her mind for the rest of her life with trauma. She's going to have problem trusting men. She's going to have problem loving her kids. This is why no means no. Yeah, you can go to jail, whatever. But what you just did to another person is fucking torture. That's why no means no.
For the rest of her life.
For the rest of her life. Anything that triggers that moment, she will have an episode. That's why no means no. Not because, if she say no, don't do it because you don't want to go to jail. What if that nigga don't think jail that bad?
Nah,
right. What
See
if he like jail?
What if he like jail?
Yeah, right.
What if he lazy? I don't like paying rent. I go to jail. 3 hots in a cot, and I'm good. See, nobody's teaching their kids, do not be cruel. And then we sit up there when your kid get locked up, what they want to say on the news. He wasn't raised like that.
Nah, for real.
How?
You good kid. Right. Went to church every day of the week.
He was an usher.
Yeah, he led most services.
Yeah.
He was the preacher of the church. Yeah. Like 19? Yeah, he preached.
Yeah.
Like, boy had a lot of talent. He was just fun to be around.
Yeah, he played every sports, tennis, soccer. What? Black kid. Oh.
What's his name?
Yeah.
But that's why I say it's classism, bro. Like, I understand the racism for the peasants over there that think they got power, so they be like, you know what, I ain't pushing this application through because he black. I understand it's a tool. But the thing is, if we get our class together, we don't even need nobody else. It doesn't matter if you racist. Because guess what?
We got ours.
Guess what? You put a black billionaire and a white billionaire, and they got to do business in a room, that white man can say, you know what? You a all right nigga. The black man can say, you an all white peckerwood. When they leave that room, the contract is signed.
For real.
Nobody got in the fight. You know what? You a good nigga, boy. You know what? You're a good peckerwood, cracker son of a bitch. They'll go right, they'll insult the shit out of each other.
And it don't matter.
And it don't matter. Because the only thing that matters is this dotted fucking line.
You're getting that money.
Getting this money. Because you gonna call me this shit behind my back anyway. I'm not finna let you trick me out of my position. That's how that shit go. Up there. In the class, good classes. But our class? Oh, nah, man. We can't be no hoes. We can't be no bitch ass nigga. We can't let a nigga play us. Come on, man.
You ain't gonna get far.
Ain't gonna get far at all. And then we gonna go through this revolving door. And then when something happens, when they about to do something, something always happens. They about to do something, COVID happened. Since the about to do something else, George Floyd happened. When they do something that the masses pay attention to, they doing something. Something is happening that they don't want us paying attention to. Like, think about it right now, bro. You got people who walk around here, COVID masked up, 18 vaccinations, wouldn't even be around family. Nah, they'll have COVID and go hang around people.
Yeah, because ain't nobody talking about it no more.
Because it's not popular to be scared of it no more.
It's like having the flu now.
Like
before. It was like having the flu the whole time.
Right.
Before.
Shit, nobody caught the flu when COVID got here. Ain't that some shit?
And
COVID cured the flu.
And I don't know how long we got, but to piggyback off like, it seems like when it's done to us, it's cool. Like, if me and Ben got a problem, I see him on the block, I can light him up all the time. I try to, at least. Vice versa. It's cool. We can kill each other. We double back to this Memphis issue with these cops. We was talking about it a little bit. The 5 black guys. The selective outrage is the things I have a problem with. And this how I know we clean the race more than anything. Because the guy died 3 days after the incident occurred, right? And now the protest is semi-started. But when it happened to George Floyd, they was on the block that night because the white cop did it. I don't like that. I don't stand by that. Right is right, wrong is wrong. But it's selective outrage. The 5 cops is justified to killing us. It's cool because we do it to each other and we don't have a badge.
It's not trauma shocking.
So it's cool. Oh, they did that? Oh, that's fucked up.
That's black on black, man.
Yeah,
we see that every day.
Going on. And the part that got me, you know what I'm saying, just the whole, it's 5 of y'all. It's 4 of us in this room, right? And we leave here, say we go eat. And situation get out of hand with the waiter. We commence to beating him up. One of us have to have snap. We can kill this dude. This little 15-second exchanges of hands, because after them 2 get him, I probably barely could get some, so I'm mad. But somebody got to have snap to be like, hey, wait, read the room. Reassess the situation.
Let's get up out of here.
This shit ain't finna work in our favor. 4 black people, regardless of the race, shit ain't working in our favor. Regardless of what we think he did. Same thing with this cop situation. Felon or not, I don't know what the guy did, but it's no situation. Because I get the whole ride or die thing and in the situation, but that's if it's a threat. If we're in a shootout type situation, most definitely. But with the guy, I don't know what he did, so whatever he said, I'm sure he told him some fly ass shit.
He said he was driving reckless.
Like he was drunk or something?
No, they just say he was
driving reckless.
But then I also seen something, they say he was driving reckless, but he was, I don't know, I guess when they pulled him over, he was at his house.
Yeah. He probably didn't stop till he got to the crib.
So, I mean, I don't know.
Don't know how it happened.
I don't want to, like I say, because all I seen was like the video. I didn't really get to see like the backstory, but what it looks like is just kind of like you needed a reason to go mess with him, because from the video I saw, it was just him already at the driveway. It wasn't. I didn't see police footage where they was trailing him, telling him to pull over. It's just, you know.
I seen the part when they stopped him, and they just immediately just start cussing him out. You know, I'm gonna shoot you in your fucking face.
Yeah, they came out the gate with aggression. It wasn't no
I'm gonna break your
license, registration. Get the fuck out the car right now. It was like
on the muscle.
And off top, you not expecting nobody to talk to you like that.
Nah, for real.
Even if you a regular citizen that complies with law enforcement,
you kind of shook
if
up.
The first thing you hear is get the fuck out the car, bitch ass nigga, nigga, you really don't know how to react, because it's like, I really supposed to fight.
Yeah.
But you the police. And it's like now my fight or flight is all fucked up because you talking to me in such a way.
Right, because they did him so bad on the ground and they tased him.
They tased him, pepper sprayed him,
and he jumped up and shot out running. He was scared.
You think that's when they?
But he was at his mama house.
Yeah,
he was crying for his mom. He was at his house. So naturally, this is 5 250+ pound niggas on me. I gotta get in the house. Get in the house, and we can figure this shit from it. But I gotta get in the house.
I gotta get in this crib, yeah.
Because them niggas gonna kill me out here.
And all he's saying is, I just want to go home.
That's it.
I just want to go home.
Right outside the house.
And see the thing with it, you know what I'm saying? Like, not being able to read the room, bro. Like, that shit horrible. Like, you know, at the same time, it's nothing he could have done. I don't care how reckless he was driving. Everything need to be handled with care. Nothing was life threatening. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like I was talking to my wife. You never know where they could have known him from somewhere, because it's Memphis. You know, Memphis is kind of like PA. Is black dominant, but it's just on a bigger scale because it's a bigger city. So ain't no telling where they knew him from. And you hear stories all the time. Certain cops get bullied. That's why they go be cops. And he could have been all type of things, or they just could have been on one. But the thing is, if it was 5 white cops, the world, the media included, the world would be in a uproar. And I don't really fool with that at all. You know, that's kind of crazy that you don't hear about it. And we had to wait for him to die before it was like, oh, here go the body cam footage to what happened. But when it happened with George Floyd, we got them 7 minutes.
But that's because it was more people outside recording. See, if it wasn't nobody out there recording, that incident would have been isolated. But the fact that it ain't even the fact that it's recorded, it's the fact that you had white people recording. Because we all seen shit. Even when damn, I forgot that boy's name, but he ran from the police and he got about 7 yards down and he gunned him down.
I forgot his name.
See what I'm saying? Like,
where this was at?
I forgot what
it's been all over. I mean, he was kind of a heavier guy.
Yeah, but he
got away from the cop.
Yeah, he got away from the cop. Tried to tase him. Got away from him. He ran off. He got like maybe
back,
bro,
like
he
maybe
got 10 yards away.
I forgot.
The cop pulled out the gun, bust him down, shot him all in the back as if he was a threat. Even if that,
we can't even do that as citizens. Somebody breaking your house,
you can't shoot him in the back.
Can't shoot him in the back.
Right,
no, he turn around. Gotta let him make it. They'll get you for that.
So,
but my biggest thing, like, how can they explain that type of behavior?
Because it always happens. You know, this is how you can tell it always happens. Like he said, like, if that shit started off with 1 cop or 2 cops, if it started off with 2 cops, and we whooping this man, and 3 cops who's supposed to be non-biased because you don't know what's going on, you supposed to come in and de-escalate. So even if DeMarcus is my boy, but I see him throwing his hands, and that's against policy. We both cops, he ain't supposed to be doing that. Even though he my boy, I'm at least supposed to come and kind of like nudge him out the way, put the cuffs on him, like, nigga, you tripping.
Yeah.
But the fact that they all pulled up
on the same type
and with the same violence on that shit happens.
Often.
That's what it is.
That's
the clique.
It got to.
They hang out with each other. They drink outside of work.
They wait on moments like that.
They wait on moments. And it's not like even when shit pop off, they don't even call dispatch for help. They call them specifically. That's what it is. They call they boys. Because it's no way. Like, if you my partner and I really rock with you,
I ain't letting you do
and you telling me, hey, this man, he fighting with me over the radio, I'm coming for smoke. It's an interest there. Now, if I'm just a regular person, I'm just a cop. I don't really know what's going on. I'm just responding to something. I'm more level-headed about the situation.
At least I should be.
Should be. But if you have 4 more people pull up and everybody on the same time, y'all partners, man.
Right.
That's the clique. That's the homie. We know what that
is. But even in that situation, like, you know, me and you worked at the state. I was telling her,
I ain't the police. I'm telling people.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't tripping. Yeah, when we worked at the state or whatever, kind of, you know, we done had incidents, you know, where people probably go too far. Nobody ever died. But people probably go too far. And as me being your boy, I gotta be, because I get it. you know, it's a heated moment, but me being your boy, I gotta protect everything Clee got going on at the home. I don't give a fuck how emotional you are right now, but I gotta protect them little babies you have at home. Because when we get out here and do what we do to this man, and he end up the situation he's gone, now you done jeopardize your wife. You probably retired her. She living good, and them babies, however many babies you got, now they come and get all
for 10,
that.
baby. I'm going for 10 kids.
You know what I'm saying? So it's bigger than coming out here, jumping out the car, protecting Clee or protecting Ben. You feel me? I'm getting out. I need to protect what you got going on, what I got going on, and what Ben got going on. Because it's bigger than us. Once you have kids, your fucking emotional...
That shit don't matter.
Yeah, that shit
you're not
gone.
Important, fam. You're not
because
the most
them
important.
kids, when you can't provide no more, you done retired that woman, you got this big-ass 2-story house.
With the lake
that shit,
in the living room.
Yeah, that shit gone. You know what I'm saying? Off of a 5-second exchange of bullshit. But that's what's being your boy. Because they not really boys if this how you pull up. Yeah. Bro, we got body cameras now. You know, you better not turn the motherfucker off because you're really fired. We got body cameras now. Yeah, so. And we still, 5 of us hop out this motherfucker on the same energy.
For a 145-pound man. Yeah.
On the same, we hop out this motherfucker, body camera on, rolling. And we, like, bro, that's crazy. We not boys. I don't fuck with you like that. If I get out the car and I see you on this type of time, oh, hell no. Bro, what?
And the crazy part about it.
Well, Clee tripping.
Damn,
Wait, what? You know what I'm saying? Wait, hold up. Body cam, nigga, you tripping.
Cut that motherfucker.
Yeah, you tripping.
Cut that motherfucker
off. You know what I'm saying? Like, wait a minute.
I'm about to go. This nigga tripping.
Wait a minute, bro.
Dispatch.
I'm calling it now. Like,
but
hold
the crazy
hold
part
up.
about it, the moment you slam somebody, the moment they took him out of his car and slammed him, they're supposed to call for ambulance.
Right then.
That's the crazy part.
Like,
when the moment you get to slamming somebody or tasering, you have to call for medical. So you really neglected. This use of force was completely overly exaggerated for a 145-pound man who was already on the ground. Yeah, and you still telling him, get on the ground.
So
and he's telling you, I'm on the ground. Now, you about to wrap this up after this. But what I want to know is, for the black people, our people,
here you go.
Are we going? Should we be okay with them cops getting the same time that old boy got, like 10 years, or do we want life? Because old boy got 10 and the marching shit stopped. So. What we doing? Are we mad if they don't get life?
You already know they're gonna be mad.
No. Who?
Meaning like as in black people.
Yeah.
Like, they gonna be mad they gonna get life?
Right.
They might be mad they get time.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be upset that if they get
time. Because they're gonna look at it like so many didn't got off.
Yeah. So why y'all giving them time?
Right,
yeah.
But this the thing.
But is it racism though?
We can't use that no more.
Is it racism if we say?
Is it racism that 5 black men whoop 1 black man?
That's classism.
I feel like that. No, that's classism. Because like he was saying, you don't know if they knew this man from the block, if they grew up with him, if they just said, "Oh, he ain't never been nobody."
He took that girl.
So, yeah, you don't know. You don't know.
All type of things.
So it's like, no, we don't know. No.
And the thing that tripped me out, I was messing with her about it. 5 dark-skinned black guys, too. Not a white mama in sight.
He said, not like Clee.
Not like Clee.
I say all of them dark-skinned. That's what I'm like, bro. All these brothers dark-skinned.
Yeah, we wouldn't have done that. See, that's the problem. You dark-skinned niggas.
I'm like, bro.
Y'all aggressive. You hit your woman. You hit women with closed fists.
Come on, man.
Why are you doing all this?
Y'all sit up. Y'all play 2K. Y'all do all kind of crazy shit as dark-skinned black men. See, I don't play 2K. You know what I'm saying? I don't hit women. We don't do that over here.
Shut up.
But y'all motherfuckers, y'all the reason. Because y'all the ones the women want.
Come on, man.
You want them tall, dark. You know what I'm saying? And they causing all the problems for all the other men. It's you motherfucker. You Cajun cooked ass niggas, man. Especially you Louisiana niggas, boy. Every woman I know that dealt with Louisiana, boy, it's some trauma behind it.
It's not always trauma. We're not gonna go there. But it's
but they, as a
messing with a Louisiana nigga, boy, is from the stories I done heard. Is 90% always a life or death situation.
I ain't never had a problem.
I think it's where they from. People, and I'm gonna clear that up because I'm from Louisiana. Like it's where they from and the characteristic of that Louisiana person. Like if you see the thing I hate about being compared to Louisiana, we all get put in the New Orleans boat. I ain't from no fucking New Orleans.
Hey fam.
You know what I'm saying? And that's when I moved here, went to Port Arthur Memorial. You from New Orleans? Motherfucker, do I sound like I'm from New Orleans? You know, I ain't no woaded, none of that shit. No, bro. But they don't know other parts.
Yeah, but that goes.
The violence come from them goddamn Creole cats. I'm not Creole. I'm up the boot. Them Creole motherfuckers is the motherfuckers who came here with y'all for Katrina.
The peasants.
Yeah. Them motherfuckers. Them motherfuckers. Them motherfuckers is the ones that's doing all this aggressive shit. And the Louisiana man get the crazy. No, I'm not fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not taking that jacket.
Hey.
But I ain't taking that jacket.
You got it in you.
Nah, I
you see how he got? You see, he started.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He got real aggressive over there, man.
And look, I'm looking at him. I'm like,
let me tell you, motherfucker, something about me. Like, god damn.
Did he start shaking his
Yeah,
head?
boy. Shit.
Let me tell you something.
Them niggas and we ain't the same niggas.
For real, but we get put in the classism.
Yeah, but that's
fuck
that's the whole thing about the culture, though. New Orleans is the staple for all Louisiana.
Yeah, fuck that.
So, our gang bangers, murderers are the staple for all black people. Classism, the peasantry.
Put your soldier rag on, man.
Shit, no. I think New Orleans for sure.
So, hey.
Skinny, man.
So before we go ahead and wrap this thing up, man, anybody got something else they want to add? Tanner, you really ain't say shit this episode.
You know what? I was just
learning. Huh?
Yeah.
Sometimes you.
There's a lot of things that I did not realize I don't know. So
sometimes, and when that's the thing. It ain't even about you not knowing. It's the fact, as long as you know that you don't know and willing to receive, then anybody can work with you. It's the whole that I don't know, and since I don't know, it's got to be this way because it's the way you gonna keep running into that wall, man.
That's true ignorance, though.
True, and it's selective ignorance.
Right.
Selective ignorance, like
when it's convenient for me, I'ma listen.
Exactly. Right. Like I've been telling people for years, I'm about to retire before 35. Motherfuckers do not ask me how. They don't inquire about it. It's just like, oh, that's what's up. But let me sit up here and talk about some shit that's quote unquote controversial. Everybody got something to say. We love that toxic shit. We love going back and forth and arguing with people because we think all black people on the same time we on. Because the truth is this. The reason why there's so many killings in black people, because we scared of each other. It's fear. The thing to do if you're black is to have a gun. If a nigga play with you, mow him down. Mm-hmm. So even if we get into an argument, we're so scared that if we having a back and forth tongue lashing, shit, this death is around the corner. So let me get him before he get me.
Nah, for real.
We pussy.
Big pussy.
That's what we is. Meow. Like, that's what we pussy. That's all it is, man. We scared of each other. We scared of each other, but we want white people not to be scared of us. Man, I'm closing out with that one. Thank y'all for coming to the Visual Prowess podcast, man. We had a special guest today, Big Ben, Big Shrimp Cartel. He came up in here, you know what I'm saying? He came on his first episode, first time, did his thing, and this motherfucker. This was a good episode, man. Let's go ahead and clap that up for that one, man. This was all right, man. This is all right. So, Y'all want to tell these people bye? Y'all got some words of wisdom?
Words of wisdom, don't be so ignorant. Know that you don't know and be willing to learn. It's okay to think outside the box. It's okay to not be accepted because you're thinking outside the box. Just be willing to know. Expand your mind. That's all I ask.
I'm gonna camelback off what she said.
Right on.
Be sure going into this week, from here on out, get into uncomfortable situations. Not dangerous, but put yourself in uncomfortable places. You elevate.
Everything that's for you, if it has urgency behind it, it's gonna sound like an attack. You gotta accept that. Because the nice way got you in the position that you're in now. So people who love you, or it ain't gotta be nobody who love you. It can just be somebody on whatever, Facebook in your inbox. If somebody's telling you something, your first thought shouldn't be it gotta be he's talking negative. So I need to protect myself. Because even if you may fit in some of these categories that we talk about that's kind of cringy to speak on, your way haven't got you the desired result. Somebody know. And I ain't gotta have kids to know. He ain't gotta be a woman to know. She ain't gotta be a man to know. You don't know. So how can you say who don't know? So y'all be good. Y'all have a good one. And I'm gonna keep drinking this water because I'm kind of sobering up a little bit. And this was a good day.